Hey guys, my name's Jonah Baldwin, and today I'm going to be sending you way back to when I rescued Pee-wee, the big female red-eared slider that I got that actually has shell rot, so I've been treating her, and she's currently in a pond outside, so I'm not going to be treating her, and I think that's the best thing that I can do right now because I'm going to Arizona. So I think that the natural sunlight and the big 300-gallon pond that she's in currently will really help her with shell rot, and she has like basking spots and everything. So now I'm gonna show you me getting her and everything and setting her up, and then at the end of this video I will show you what's happened with everything, because a lot with what's happened with the fish and her are in different videos, so I will kind of just update you on them in this video about where they are now. Hopefully that's not too confusing, and I hope you enjoy.
Hey guys, so this is my first update on Pee-wee, the female red-eared slider here that I got today, June 9th. And I have the stuff that I got her with outside. I got it from somebody who couldn't keep her any longer, which is fine. Out here, again, this is the first day I got them, are a bunch of goldfish and the tanks. So Pee-wee, the red-eared slider, is just waiting out there until I can finish clearing her tank. Her tank doesn't have any rims. It did have some, but I broke them off because it wasn't covering the whole thing, so it kind of looked bad. And then I have some filters and a turtle basking spot. I will not be using the turtle basking spot, but I'll keep it just in case I ever wanted to give it to somebody. But I definitely will never use that. It looks terrible to me. Then I got a stand, which is only for a 20-gallon, so I'm not sure how that worked, but I will. I have that as well. But yeah, I'm just cleaning everything off so I can get the turtle into there. And then there's fish, there's goldfish, and there's minnows in here. And I will be splitting the goldfish into these 3 tubs, and then I have a tank in my room that I'll be quarantining the minnows in. And I want to quarantine all of them because they had been giving Pee-wee, the turtle, medicine for shell rot. So I will continue doing treatment for shell rot, but I didn't want, because these fish were in there, and it was something they were putting in the water, so I don't want to put those into my tanks yet. So I'm going to keep them out here in tubs with filters, and yeah, I just wanted to do this video real quick. Okay, so I'm about to put Pee-wee into her tank, but real quick, I'm going to measure her and weigh her like I've done with all the other turtles, so then I can keep track of how she's doing. Hey guys, sorry for the running water sound, but can't really help it in any way. So here, if you can kind of see, these are the 255 gallons. This is Pee-wee right there in the front, big female red-eared slider. And then over here is Norman, the mystery slider, somewhere down in there. And I have her set up with 1 filter. Now, she had 3 filters when they had her, but they also had 13 goldfish and a bunch of minnows. So it's just her in here, and I think she should be fine with that, just that filter. As you can see, there's no rims on this tank, so I'm honestly kind of worried about it, like bowing out. I think you can kind of see that it's not straight there. So we might want to try to make supports for it, as well as we might make like a wooden, I'm probably going to make another wooden thing like this. And what we might do is just make it so it has the things on the outside all the way around. So it basically just has like a wooden frame almost to keep it from bowing. And then we can fill it all the way up. And also, why I'm not filling it all the way up, even though I hate doing that to tanks, I'm scared that she'll get out. And we need to make a thing so she can bask, which she can't currently do. I mean, she can hold on to that piece of wood up there, but she can't really bask. And then over here, I have I have 2 tubs, both with the filters as well. And there's 5 goldfish in here, and then that means there'd be 8 goldfish over here, and I split them, the big ones, up from the smaller ones. Not that it really matters, but I just wanted to split them into 2 tubs. And these are in quarantine, and then downstairs I have my minnows in quarantine. But as you can see, it's late, so I'm going to go to bed now. And I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. Okay, guys, so here's the plan for today. So this tank, last time you saw it, was completely filled up, and that filter was running. But what happened was the seam broke because I took the rim off. Now, the reason I took the rim off is because it went from like here around and then stopped like here, and then it went like there. So there wasn't very much rim, but it must have been just enough to hold it together still. And I'm not exactly sure how much they had this tank filled up before, or how high the water was in this tank before. So that might also have something to do with it. Maybe like I pushed it. So the plan is, now we could just reseal this and like I said before, like put a something like this, basically like a wooden rim on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that piece of glass, I'm going to cut it out of this tank, okay, and then I'll be cutting out the piece of glass in this tank because I broke it. Now, like I said in the video where I broke it, is that it wasn't anything, it wasn't like I was being reckless. I literally just set up the tank like on its side like I've done with any other tank, and it just snapped. So I think it was like held in pressure or something like that, and just wasn't really like, I wouldn't say I did anything wrong because I've done it with other tanks in the past and they were fine. It just broke. I don't know what to do about it, but what we are going to do is we're going to fix it. So we're going to be cutting out this piece of glass, which is kind of annoying because this piece of glass, like this whole tank is like stupid thick glass, and the other tank isn't as thick, but they're both, meant to be in an aquarium. Like they're supposed to be fish tanks, so they're supposed to be held with water. So I'm sure it'll be fine. What we're going to do is we're going to cut out this piece of glass, and then we're going to be putting in the other one. So then the purpose of that is because this one obviously has a rim, and it's a lot nicer, and like I said, thicker glass. And if I want a tank in my room, then I'm going to want this one in my room because it is that much nicer. I could just fix the one out there and then put the other tank out there that has a rim on it in my room, except that one has this weird thing where it'll like leak out of the top. Like it's not filled all the way up, so it would leak out of the top. It'll just leak out of the top for no reason. I don't know if it's like a humidity thing. We tried to like seal around the top. It still does it, and it makes this a really annoying water stain down the side, which is just really irritating. So I'm going to want this one in my room. So what we're going to do with Pee-wee is we're going to take this 30-gallon right here, this tank, and we're going to be putting her in that, which makes me really sad to put her in a smaller tank. But here's why. I want to have her inside, first of all. So I'll be able to have her inside. I'll just put this tank on the floor. And I want to be able to make, like, to get the 55-gallon ready, it's going to take some time. So we're going to have something for her to be in temporarily. And we're going to want to make a proper basking spot for her on the 55-gallon. So for the meantime, I'm going to have her in this 30-gallon tank, and I'm going to make a real rough-looking basking spot that works, at least, to the best of my ability. Like, I'm not a really good craftsman. My dad's better at working with wood. But I'll make something real quick just to get her to have a proper basking area, and I'll be able to treat her shell rot while she's inside. So that's the plan for today. So first I'm going to take apart... Well, first I think I'm going to go set this up in my room and make the basking spot for her. To fill it up really quickly, and because I need to do a water change on my other tanks anyway, I just drained partly from my turtle tank and then the rest from my aquarium. Then I got Pee-wee and put her in it and built a basking spot, and now I'll be treating shell rot. Hey guys, so I will be treating Pee-wee here for shell rot, and what they were using is some type of medicine that you put in the water. I don't want to do that. What I'm going to be doing is following the method that Go Herping used to clean his turtle Franklin, and it had shell rot when he got it because it wasn't in the best of care at all. But I will be doing that with, I'll be using the same method with Pee-wee. So if you want more on this subject, then I don't know like a ton about it. I plan on doing more research, but I'll be able to show you if this really works well. But if you do want more on it, then just go check out his video, which I also watched just to figure out how to do it. Unlike his, I'm just going to be using the tank water, just because then every single day when I do this, I'll actually be cleaning her tank a little bit as well. So I'm just going to time lapse it and kind of show you, and then hopefully in a few weeks I'll be able to show you what it looks like when it's better. So like I said, if you want more on this, what I'm doing here, you can go watch his video, and I'll try to remember to put the link down in the description below the video. But I'm basically just following what he said, which is cleaning its shell and then put providone iodine on it on the places where it looked like that she had shell rot. And as you can see, her shell's actually really kind of deformed as well. Okay, so this is the snapping turtles enclosure, and this is where all the minnows have gone to. This tank isn't like super clean right now. I need to do a water change on it, but I don't really like polydorariums or tanks that are filled like not all the way to the top, because it's actually really hard to get the glass, that the part of the glass that isn't underwater, clean. So that's kind of annoying. But there's a bunch of minnows in here, I promise. The snapping turtle is not, I've not seen him eat one. I mean, it's possible that he has, but they are all just back in these rocks. There's a lot of space behind here that the snapping turtle can't get to, and they're all hiding back there. I promise you they're in here still. And I showed putting them in here in the snapping turtle video, so you can go check that out if you would like. I recently, I don't know when I'm posting this video, so that video was posted a while back. It was just me moving the snapping turtle into a bigger tank. And now I'll go show you where the goldfish and Pee-wee are and how they're doing. Here is the 300-gallon tub that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. I just scared all the turtles. Literally all of them were up here, including Pee-wee, up on this basking spot. There goes Brandy. There's two, as you can see, there's two basking spots here. This tank holds 300 gallons, and then there is Pee-wee, as you can see right there. And they're all doing well. The fish are doing well. There's the 13 normal goldfish, and then there's one chebunkin, as you can see there, which was the one that was in the 75 gallon in my room. And over here is where Norman is now in this, 75 gallon. So I think that they're doing great, and I'd like to put the minnows out here too, but like I said, you can't really catch them while they're in there. But she's been eating and being very active, and like I said, basking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if you want content, then subscribe. By the way, I have not fixed the 55 gallon tank yet. It is still sitting in my room, so that is why, or in the garage, so that is why, that's why I said earlier that it would just take a while, because we just haven't really had time. So like I said, have a great day, and see you in the next video.